This is the Tactical Muffin Top Tuesday chat. I'm joined with my buddies Justin B and Metal, 10-Man Metal. How y'all doing this evening, everybody?
What up, replay crew?
Yeah, we don't have anybody watching. We're doing bad.
Replay crew.
Oh, more notification went out. That's
There we
always
go.
a good sign.
Oh boy.
So, as I was watching this, I find that the AI tech problem is actually going to be more immersed and more of it's a larger problem than what I was initially talking about on my walking chat yesterday or the day before, whenever that was. I don't know. I'm losing track of the days.
I believe yesterday.
I think so. Anyway,
It was last night.
the tech sector and the job replacements. I say within 2 years, it's gonna take 30% of jobs off the market, and then I say within 5 years, we're looking at 70%. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, it's doing a lot.
Better
Oh,
get out
look,
there and
Good
learn
Man's
how to
on the
work
chat,
robots. Better
and he's
get out
in the
there
chat.
and learn low voltage and how to test sensors and how to reset robots. Because that's what I did at manufacturing, and like you still need those people walking around. Mostly everything was automated.
Well, I work in a warehouse right now, and it's all old school in there. We still use paper pick tickets and all that kind of stuff. But there are so many warehouses within our company, and we're a global company, that they have fully automated stuff. Like those little skateboard looking things that roll underneath the pallets and jack them up with the light sensors and take the pallets to places.
Yep.
They have the picker robots that'll go up with the arms and pick the boxes after they scan codes to put them on the pallet of the skateboard guys. And then if they need a forklift one, well, they have those too. They also have high lift robots. I mean, literally once the pallet's done, it automatically can generate a bill and a packing slip and everything right now.
And it'll put it on the conveyor belt to get shrink wrapped and sent out and loaded up for the truck.
Right.
So probably
That's
the only
it.
guy needed is the guy loading the truck with the pallets.
Soon you won't even need that, and then they'll just load the robot truck, right?
Yep.
Yeah, like I was saying last night, we're looking at like basically forklift robots that can move sheet metal and like automatic welding robots and crap like that, which are just going to get rid of good jobs because like welding's a good trade, but if you can get a robot to hermetically seal a weld 100% guaranteed over a human, which is not, because there's always an error factor possibility, you just can't compete. You know?
No, robots don't take sick days and they don't have 401ks and need benefits and everything else.
Right. And you can run them 24/7. And if you have an issue with one, you get it fixed and have another one take its place. The biggest corporations that we've seen that have taken over this, and I'll show it in this video, Amazon, Walmart, you know, all the people that run around with those picking carts, they have a robot doing that now. And it's live in 1,000 Walmart stores as of this year. That is going to replace 15 people per those 1,000 stores. And then as soon as its trial runs done, it's in every store. It's removing. I was telling you guys, like, it's removing the front end, it's removing the middle end and the back end. I mean, it ain't going to take very long for Walmart to be probably 90% autonomous. And you can figure that in for Targets and whatever other freaking flavor of store you want to shop at, dude. Piggly Wigglies, your Costco's, your Sam's Clubs. It's going to be the same thing.
And I can tell you from what I see in Amazon, from what I see / don't see, you know what I mean? Yeah, they're leading the charge on it all. And there's some poop coming down. Tell you that stuff.
They just relieved the contract with UPS, and they're doing their own delivery.
Yep.
It's not going to take very long for them to geolocate maps and locations. And then maybe next year it's all drones.
Yeah, I can see Walmart doing that too with the new Walmart Plus stuff.
Yeah, it's delivered to your house.
Yep.
There's one of the ones that's around me. It offered it for a while and then it went away, but then they said that it's coming back again, bigger and better. So, I mean, they've already tested it in the downtown of where I live.
Right. The next issue with this is the implementation of wearables and smart tech for they're gonna do the carrot, right? They're gonna say it's for your health. In the end of it, it's going to be you can't buy that bag of potato chips because your weight's too high and your blood pressure's high and your sodium intake's been you've used all your sodium intake for the week, right?
And your social credit score isn't high enough.
Exactly.
Or you've had too much protein for the week. You need to cut back. Eat these mealworms instead.
Yep, you can't have that steak for your birthday. You've already used all your allotted amount of protein for the week. Exactly. But you'll see in some of this stuff, this is the carrot. So let's.
Fact of the matter is that using a scale is usually quite.
Why is it so fucking loud? Hold on. I'm going to probably kill the volume on it just because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. All right. This is just a scale. So this is obviously going to be used in hospitals, doctors' offices, any like personal trainer type deal. It has the thing. So it's taking your EKG, it's taking your blood pressure, it's taking your all that crap. Look at that. A scale.
Full biometric scan.
Yeah, there's always a nurse that takes you and does this. That job's eliminated. You know, a company could have this for all their employees and find out, oh, hey, this guy's taking crack, you know, his heart rate's really up, or this guy is smoking marijuana, or this guy's drunk. Like some of this stuff can catch that crap before your employee gets injured, right? Wow, a commercial. Look at that.
You can already it's already gotten kind of feasible for you to, because I was going to buy something similar that gives you, you know, that's the scale that'll give you kind of a lot more information.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
but they're masking a lot of this as health. So like you've seen that mask, red light therapy has been a huge thing the last year. People are trying to escape from traditional doctors and things like that. I don't want to get over that too much because we've kind of got into that pretty hard the last year, but some of these are crazy, and just like external tablets and shit is not what I'm talking about. But and I was watching another video on my phone. This wasn't the one that I was watching, which sucks. I can't find it, but Roomba has solved their magic scale where they can't go downstairs. Their robot can now vacuum and go up and down stairs.
Thank you, Boston Dynamics.
Yeah. While their GPS logging your entire floor plan, they can now go up and down multiple levels of your house. You know,
look at that sucker go.
I mean, that's crazy. Like, look at the little arm that's on it too. It's got a grabber, dude.
And it can even like go sideways on the stairs.
Yeah, it's crazy. It just jumped. Just saying, that's a Roomba. That's like a thing that a lot of people have in their houses. Like, that's going to be probably like a couple $100.
maybe not a couple hundred, but
well, maybe not right off. But whoa, hello.
Well, I mean, some of those Roombas are still freaking, you know, like $400.
I don't want to get into the headphone stuff and the vehicles. They're pushing the Gen 4 of the automatic driving car where you can like sleep or have a meeting on them where the car drives itself. Right now we're in Gen 3 where it can't do that. But we were talking about the robot arms for like medical. Dude, this thing can fucking play Operation. Just saying. I don't think that's what I was looking for, but they had a medical robot that had 2 giant arms with like 9 different elbows, and that's like where they're going for surgeons. You know what I mean? But like some of these robots, they have on their pressure points on their fingers, you know, quote unquote, their fingers. Mm-hmm. They can tell you, hey, this is fake leather, this is wood, this is ceramic, this is glass, just by touching it with their sensors now. Wow, that's fucking crazy.
That's wild.
It's 2020.
We're in like the T-101 phase in the Terminator movie. Like, I want that thing taken out my appendix.
Right. They have, okay, remember when I said the carrot? This robot dog is supposed to be made, it's like made to be a companion for elderly people and like kids with disabilities. And it can do medical stuff for them. It's a companion. It acts like a dog, blah, blah, blah. This thing is creepy. Okay. You think of a Furby doing this when you were a kid or something like that. You know what I mean? Just saying. But this is going to replace human companionship, which is disgusting.
That's insane.
We're watching it
we do
all
it-
unfold.
What's up, Lawfully? We do it with our phones and stuff now and the PCs. Well, now they're replacing FIDO. And this doesn't need shots. This doesn't need, tags. This doesn't need, fed
Little
and watered.
Microchip for when it runs away.
Little Elon Musk. That's scary. See, look, Furby 2.0. That's messed up. Lego is getting into it. They're smart bricks. Another commercial. Are you serious right now? They're do noise and sound and can link together and do all kinds of stuff. And these are $100 a brick.
How much?
These smart bricks are $100 a pop.
Jeez.
Like per individual brick or per like pack?
Yeah, like per brick or like per figure that has it built into their back. Yeah. So like their lightsabers can light up. They can actually do noise and whatnot.
It's like Roblox.
Yeah,
You got the
kind of.
like with the
So the kids don't have to sit there and go pew pew anymore.
Yeah, it'll do it itself.
It's wild.
well, you've already got Lego
Wow.
Star Wars in the video game.
And of course, they got to display it with Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, I know it's gonna sell.
I am watching a
That's
drag race.
like the gimmick with a lot of this stuff. Same as like the digital IDs and the digital currencies and all that kind of stuff. They're really pushing the convenience and the selling it as a feature.
Right.
Like, oh, it's going to make things so much better and so much faster and so much easier for you dummies.
Right.
Buy this stuff. We're including it with everything now.
The bad deal with this is always listening. This is literally like having a microphone in your house. It doesn't turn off. It's always connected to the internet. And how many people I have a friend who's super into like collecting these Legos, and he just like puts them on a shelf. Well, you get 3 or 4 of these bricks throughout your room. They can like hear through your house and whatnot. You have no privacy anymore. I mean, you think it's bad with the Ring cameras and stuff that we have like that now, and security cameras and crap like that, and just your phone and your TV in your pocket. Every little thing, man, it's getting integrated into the meshing of your body, and you have to have X amount of electronics. Like I seen the new glasses that look like Iron Man's Jarvis. That's a thing coming. I mean, they have smart rings. They have the smart watches. Man, I wish I could find that other video I was watching. Let me take.
So if
I was gonna say
they're doing
your watch
that
knows
with,
when you're
like,
taking a shit now.
Lego stuff, like the size of that little X-wing and the little figures and the little bricks. Imagine what the amount of data they would collect with something the size of Lego Death Star.
Right. Yeah, that'd be freaky.
Wow, that's pulling a neighborhood.
Hopefully, it's got an exhaust vent.
Well, I don't know about that, but they've kind of like pushed this on. This is another one I watched. It has the robot legs. They're kind of pushing the. How do I say it? It's like the convenience and like the luxury. Like when people used to get a Cadillac car to show their dominance, or like a BMW. And now all the cars have that crap in it. It's kind of like integrating it into necessity, I guess.
Lawfully, was the exhaust vent a joke on how to destroy it?
Yeah. You shoot some photon torpedoes down there.
Yeah, sorry, I thought they went over your head. My bad. The geek in me got a little frustrated.
TMT not using DuckDuckGo. Sorry about that. Phenog, you got an invite, buddy. So with that, while I get the other video, the sex robots are coming. They're actually
They can do that too now.
Oh yeah, they're pretty close. They're pretty close to being the. It's going to be like another companion thing where like a single guy can buy a companion. She's going to cook and clean and do the dishes and do the laundry and fuck you.
Guys, that one went over his head.
Yeah, I did. Also, I'm stuffing my face full of popcorn because I have like 1,000 calories I can still eat today.
Okay.
Isn't that
So
awesome?
are we saying my future ex-wife's probably going to be a robot?
Could
Is
be.
that what we're saying?
Yeah. Dino said cheaper than a wife. Yeah.
Yeah, my third one just might be. Jeez.
Till you have to like lease them, then it's the same difference.
One company's leasing them for like $300 to $600 a month, depending on the model.
Leasing them.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine having to go repo that. Or they're just going to send another robot to go repo the robot.
Now we are all guys in here, but they have male models for women too, and their penis can do a lot more than our penis can do. Just saying. All right, let me show this one. This gal's
No
kind of
substitute for passion.
right. So, like, obviously, you guys weigh in here a little bit because I'm going through topics fast, but this is something I really wanted to show. Is this? Check out this. This gal freaks me out kind of with her everything. This is a portable backpack that the military is currently using. This a better model. This is a civilian model. You know, like we get all the crappy crap. Like if you played Call of Duty Advanced War, where you had like that exoskeleton where you could like wall run and shit. Our military is probably getting pretty close to that. But this gal ran a 10K up and down like a mountainous trail. And this boosts your endurance, and it reduces the amount of fatigue and the weight that you feel on your legs. And they have little AI-powered hydraulic motors on the hips. And then it uses the carbon fiber to push your legs faster and get them higher, so you can get like a longer leap time in between your steps. So you actually take less steps with less effort, but you're actually pushing out. You're kind of like putting grasshopper legs on top of your legs, like joints. But it's AI hydraulic and powered motors. So there's AI built into this thing to make you run and walk faster. So AI is already trying to perfect human walking. I'll let you guys chime in on that. That's terrifying. Just saying. And I could also see that being implemented for people that are paraplegics. Maybe having the ability to get back to normality a little bit.
Well, by you wearing it, it's probably sending back data that is, and you're unknowingly training the system on how to make the movement better for the actual robots. Just like how, you know, the CAPTCHA stuff that we've all that's been around on the internet forever, that ended up being used to teach self-driving cars.
Dino said leasing a sex robot. That's got to be the most depressing way to get an STD. That's funny. That was a good one. No, it's just like and maybe they did it with COVID and then we all got online. I mean, I was still normal, but
You normal?
Yeah, the removing of human to human interaction is coming with such a quickness that they might not have resistance by the time they want to have like the quote unquote next ruling class over us. And it's going to be a lot easier when people don't have jobs and they're on universal basic income. You're not going to have that 1776 or 1775 meeting at a pub when you're all online and you're hooked up to 14 different things, reading everything you know and listening to absolutely everything you do. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I would like to see the military version of this in action. I bet it's busted.
It just seems with all this stuff, there's just like such a push for like transhuman.
Exactly. This is lame. This is just putting a keyboard on everything.
Yeah.
Which your AI push to talk should get. Oh, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry. Now you can get this thing to put nails on your fingers." Okay. We don't care about that. You want nails? There you go. What was the other thing they had on here? I can't remember. Oh, yeah. All right. You remember George Orwell's 1984 when they were listening to the dude through the speaker behind the picture? I would assume we've all read the book. Yep. I think it was a requirement for high school.
Saw the book and the movie. Read the book, saw the movie.
Right. These pictures listen to you and change within 1 minute. Will create AI art, and it will stay there until you tell it to change again. It can go through your pictures on your phone, on your internet, on your cloud, whatever your profile is. I would assume since you bring it into like your smart home, it's protected under that, your password or whatever it is for all that crap. That means these things are listening to you 100% of the time, all day, every day. And it's a picture. You're going to forget about it. Or you go to somebody's Airbnb or you go to a hotel, this shit's going to be implemented and you're not even going to know it.
That being said, all this stuff picking up all of this data on each and every one of us 24/7 everywhere we go.
Mm-hmm.
What is actually out there saying, hey, you can't share this with X, Y, and Z for marketing and whatever, and so on and so forth.
Well, they use that First Amendment thing. If you're in a public space, say you go to McDonald's and they have one of those in the crapper, you can't do nothing about it. You're in a public space taking a shit.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you put them in your home, you no longer have any private safe space. Go away, commercial.
Right. Or if you go to your homie's place to hang out and they're having a pool party or something.
Right.
Damn, guys, it's going down.
What's up? What?
I watched one cop go flying and swerving by. Here comes another one from the other end of town.
They're coming for you.
Not me.
Yeah, you. Realbotics, by the way, everybody.
It's at least 3.
Dang. Bad Dream, you want to invite, bro?
And they're running like Code Plus. It's going down.
Mike Haig, you're right. The robot dogs are already on construction sites because they can carry a large load. That's what they do in the battlefield. They carry like all the gear or water or like, hey, carry this 50 cal or this mortar system. Get it in the field way quicker than transporting it, right? Yeah, hauling around pallets of cinder blocks or a bunch of bags of freaking concrete mix. Why wouldn't they? A bunch of, hey, grab that pallet of that big ass conduit, or grab those spools of wire. Oh, you don't need to worry about dudes doing it anymore. This freaking drone robot dog can do it.
Right.
Which
makes
eliminates
it super convenient
for the company. Yeah. Nobody has to worry about getting hurt, It doesn't have to be level terrain because it has individual legs. Like that, I don't know if this one will show it. Kawasaki has a rideable horse robot thing. It's technically a motorcycle. Have you guys seen that?
Yes.
I think that gets released this winter. That's crazy. Just saying. All right, let's do this one.
We had little track layers back in the day that they called mules. That they were autonomous, but they would follow whoever was tagged as squad leader. So they could haul the extra heavy stuff, or if we had wounded, they could haul them and the squad leaders could send them. And this was back in late 90s. They were testing this shit out.
What up, Twin Jen? How you doing, buddy? Guys, Twin Jen is trying to get to 1,000 subs. If you can help him out, go for it. I mean, I am too, but he's closer than I am. All right, here you go. Here you go, lads.
Is that Megan?
This is one of your companion bots. You can do like that AI desk thing. It's supposed to be like targeted for gamers or whatever, but this is supposed to be like another companion robot thing. So like this one's supposed to be like a nanny. It can do laundry. Oh, it can't do laundry yet. This one of them can. That robot gal is eventually going to do the dish. It's going to be like doing your chores, and girls can have the same thing. They want some big black guy or whatever. Like, look at this. Oh, you don't need Yellow Van or whatever your cleaning services are anymore. You can have drones come and sanitize the entire bathroom, something that everybody bitches about. Oh, they can come sanitize an entire commercial kitchen. Oh, look, this is doing a hip transplant with 3 arms and 2 eyes. 2 arms. Surgeons and doctors of that caliber are some of the highest paying jobs that humans can do, right? They're eliminating some of the highest input for taxes and in the general, your area of the doctor, buying a nice house, buying the car, buying the stimulation of the economy, removing doctors, probably going to go trial run for, I'd say 2-3 years. This will be implemented in like decent sized hospitals. Like, sure, small hospitals might not have the budget, but they're not going to have the budget to hire a high-end surgeon either, right?
I was reading that there are some hospitals that are downsizing and getting like the patient care tech positions to basically giving them to robots.
Yeah.
Like filling those positions with robots to like make the beds and do stuff like that. It's kind of nuts.
I know they got like a crash cart robot kind of deal, like drives around on the floor and it's in control of all the meds and stuff like that. And it goes, and instead of you have the little monitor at each bed, it has all the sensors for the whole floor, so it can tell you before that if you need to get that way. Tito said surgeons don't really do shit. Surgical technicians get associated with most of it. Well, sure. Well, now you get rid of 2 positions. You know.
Yep. 2 stones with 1 bird.
Yeah. Robots and drone systems they have now for surveillance and even fighting is just scary. Yeah, they have. Dude, I'm telling you, like, if you start looking at all the things, and this is like the civilian electronics tech show of 2026. This happened. It's kind of like SHOT Show for tech, right? If you go look, I mean, these are just little clips, but look, they want cars where you don't have to focus on driving. This is the Gen 4 style car, almost like an airplane, right? That's what they want. Like iRobot, legit.
Super Minority Report right there.
Yeah, like, you don't have to worry about if it works, right? You don't have to worry about car insurance. You can just put everybody who has this vehicle in a certain insurance bracket because it's quote unquote safe. You know what I mean? You're going to take away the human element that they don't want to pay for.
And not to mention all of this stuff that's like, so like, you know, you take away driving, you take away things like that. Not only are you controlling like freedom of movement, but there's a reason why you have to wait till a certain age to drive. Because you know, like hand-eye coordination and stuff like that. Like, little do you know, like you're working on all that stuff every single day when you drive down the road.
Right, brain development.
You know, so like you're not only dumbing it down, like you're taking away something that you do every day that you're not even noticing that's keeping you sharp.
Yeah, I tell you what, one of my favorite things to do is I love driving an '80s jacked up truck down a gravel road with the window down. That's like one of the most human experiences is driving, like that freedom.
Oh, hell yeah.
Anyway, there's a whole bunch of companies pushing the Gen 4 car movement. There are so many companies in on the drones and robots and the robotics and what they can do. It's insane. You know, bars, gas station attendants. Like all the jobs that don't take a degree could probably be.
Well, yeah, and then
75% taken.
Thinking about when you start thinking about it in the hospitality industry, and like, you know, like bars, restaurants, hotels, things like that. Like, I think it's all kind of a joke, because when 30% of the population and then it increases to 40s and 50% of the population, there's no longer jobs left for them. Like, you don't fucking need all that shit because no one's going to have money to go fucking spend on it anyway.
Right. Like, I could see maybe at a hotel, your staff that you need to keep on hand is maybe one cleaning person who's like a professional cleaner in case it's something the robot's not programmed to do. Like somebody threw up on the fucking ceiling. I don't know. Maybe a lifeguard because they probably aren't going to be able to swim too well. They probably weigh a decent amount. And then like maybe a mechanic / like a maintenance person for the entire building on something that the robots can't handle, and then to also fix said robots. But that's going to, like, the people at the counter, like that's a 24/7 gig. You got to keep staffed. All the cleaning staff, that's going to be replaced. That's just one sector, you know. Look at it. AI toothbrushes, man. We need AI in our fucking toothbrushes.
Oh, we just picked up. You got a cavity. Your freaking molar.
Right.
Better go see a robot dentist.
Yeah, you better get a robot AI powered hair dryer.
I don't need one.
Why do you need that crap? You don't need that crap.
No.
But
I don't have
fans,
hair.
coffee machines. Yeah, you need AI in your air fryer or your microwave. No, you don't. But they're pushing this stuff like
if you don't get up on time to drink your coffee every day, like when you're supposed to be awake, you lose a social credit point
right
for sleeping in.
This is what they're pushing. Jetsons, the convenience. This is the carrot. Right? It's really messed up.
Before we
This
know
is
it,
the
we're going to
future of
be
gaming.
living in Wally. We're going to be living in Wally, dude.
Yep, sitting on our asses, not doing nothing, drinking the newest goop. This Havoc stuff is crazy. You want to talk about training for law enforcement or military, and then like the gaming industry? Like that's going to be okay. Look at this.
Wasn't there a lesson learned at the end of Wally?
Yeah, don't be a fat ass, otherwise you'll kill the planet.
Yep.
That's a good example, by the way. One of the videos I watched, I think it might have been Mike Tango Whiskey, is AI's directive is to replace human jobs. It's to replace human jobs 100%. So like on Wall-E, when the captain took the ship and it was supposed to go back to Earth when it was inhabitable again, and it just didn't. Because its main objective was to keep the ship running. It didn't give a shit about going back to Earth.
Yep. Red is the new blue.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta see there's also gonna be some line there where idiocracy crosses over into that realm.
Right.
Because like you were saying earlier, people are gonna be becoming more stupid and more stupid and more stupid till we're buying Brawndo because it has electrolytes to feed our plants.
Right. Or like, it took a certain amount of skill that you had to learn as a young man to actually go talk to chicks and actually be able to get them to hop in your truck and go on a date with you, right? You had to learn that. You had to get like socially acceptable. You had to learn different skills. Maybe you actually had to clean up your freaking house a little bit. Maybe you're like, wow, I stink. Then you actually go, hey, I need some cologne, or you looked at social norms like, oh, hey, all the country boys are wearing, flannels, Carhartts, and cowboy boots and blue jeans. Maybe I shouldn't be wearing fucking sweatpants and like a shirt with 14 holes in it if I'm going to go talk to a chick. You got presentable. You maybe found out some of her interests. And then if you guys had an interest, blah, 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 like, hey, you guys like ice cream. You went out for ice cream. You learn more about each other. Oh, hey, there's a movie she wants to watch. Oh, hey, you can go watch it. You actually had to
social
evolve.
Interaction. Yeah.
Yes. So this is going to eliminate a lot of that. So people, I'd probably say this generation are going to be so conversationally awkward to talk to because they're going to skip some of those steps, especially if they just go straight to the sex doll in their teenage years. You know what I mean? Like, there's just, if you, like I was doing laundry and stuff and cooking for myself when I was 10 years old. You go ahead and you put a robot in there, there's going to be people that don't know how to cook their entire life. And so what they're going to do is they're going to take their HelloFresh subscription, whatever it's going to be, their Walmart Fresh subscription, and here's your allotted groceries for your next 3 meals. And then the robot's going to cook it for them, and they're going to eat it, and they aren't going to know what it is, what's in it, if it's good or bad, if it's soy injected, if it's hormone injected. Like, they're not going to know what a deer steak tastes like, or like homemade chicken noodle soup, because they won't have to raise the chicken and raise the carrots and raise the potatoes and raise the celery and then make your chicken stock. They're going to take their little, it's all going to be convenience. And then it's all going to be in the social credit score of here, you can get all this for free. And you don't have to have the skill set of talking to people, of cooking, of cleaning, of dressing yourself, of when you get to Wall-E and you can get the clothes that can change colors like red and blue. Oh, you don't have to worry about being fashionable. You can just click a fucking button and, oh, you're all wearing hot pink today.
Dude, you won't even have to click a button because you'll have a neural link and you'll just think it and poof, There you go. Here comes your sex robot out of the closet.
You're a hypochondriac. You Google all your symptoms. Oh, here, put this new Apple Watch on. It's going to do EKG. It's going to do heart rate, heartbeat. It's going to do your blood sugars to see if you're diabetic. It's going to do all this stuff. It'll be able to tell you before you're sick. It'll tell you by your skin temperature, blah, 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 blah. If you're getting a sunburn. And you know how many people that aren't like us that are going to be in the 80 percentile of people that take all this stuff and just let it run their entire life? How would you like to run your entire life on autopilot? That's essentially what this is. You're basically becoming an NPC. You're living by the technology and what it tells you. Like that's no joke. That's like literally stealing your soul.
Yeah.
That's stealing all your creativity and what makes you a human.
Exactly.
Look at this fucking doing
all in the name of perfection.
Yeah. All in the name of efficiency, not getting sued. So FYI,
no crime will be committed.
Yeah. Here you go. You don't have a way to plug in your car to get charged. We'll bring a charging pad to you. You'll be fine.
That's exactly like those pallet jack skateboards I was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you didn't make a car payment? We're going to send one of these over here, and it's going to jam your car so you can't get in it and drive it until you can afford it next week for your paycheck. You know what I mean?
With their UBI.
Yeah. Like, just this stuff is coming is insane. Like, okay, this is going to replace like the robotic cars and stuff. Goodbye Uber. Goodbye. Oh, sorry, Lovely. I was in the other thing. Goodbye. Everything that delivers food. Your FedEx, Amazon, UPS. Your grab a freaking Taco Bell bag, whatever that order is. Shit. All that crap. Gone. I mean, Domino's already has tiny fucking cars that are delivering. They're already using drones. Amazon's delivering with drones.
Like, there's a little like, I guess, city thing that you can call it here. That's not too far from the airport. And
Dino said he just used ChatGPT to text girls.
and I mean they've had self-driving buses in the neighborhood for like the last 5 years. Like, they got freaking it's bad. And that's also where they're going to be starting the human drone flight testing out of. It's freaking to like take you to the airport on a drone.
Right. Think about going to like a water park or a Disney or something like that, and the front gate, beep, you scan your watch, you scan your phone, you don't talk to a person, you go to a food trolley, beep, here's your Mick hot dog. Beep, here's your tickets. Beep, here's you can do this many rides. Oh, you're not tall enough because your watch told us you're not tall enough. So beep, beep, all these rides are red when you walk by in your glasses.
It's already pretty much like that there.
You have a heart condition, so you can't do these rides. Beep, beep, and your glasses, they're all red. So these are the activities you can do, but you had to pay full price. How many fucking jobs is that? An entire amusement park? Are you shitting me? Those things make a shitload of money. That's another sector gone.
Yep, they're like Disney and Universal and shit's the reason why there's no state tax in Florida, and why there's not tax on food, and why there's not tax on a whole bunch of shit.
Old Man Buttwrinkle said Uber Eats is trying out robots in Phoenix. Yeah, dude.
There's a couple Chick-fil-A's that were doing that too. With those like the
My
drum
pleasure.
carts that.
No,
Well, look at what happened in Cali. What was it, a month ago or whatever? When all the crap went down, all the cars were in the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, let's look at another sector that probably nobody said on the internet. In Nebraska, our state flower is a construction cone when they're working on all the interstates and stuff. You can't tell me you cannot get a robot to tear up a road, cut it up with a cement saw, go through and pull out the pieces it needs, jackhammer it, whatever, pour some goop down, and then have a steamroll one come back over it. You know, those guys get paid so well that they are unemployed for 6 months out of the year, and they make more than I do.
I was going to say, but then how are they not going to always have a road dug up somewhere
it always is. Every fucking road's dug up in Nebraska.
Can you imagine all the errand critters are going to end up like paved?
Oh, yeah, probably. Like, they won't give a shit about, oh, no, this rabbit fell in the pothole. Well, fucking steamroll over it with some asphalt. We don't give a shit. Or that's another thing, dude. You can get a drone like a street sweeper. There's guys that their job is to go up and down the highway and the interstate and pick up roadkill. A drone could do that. A robot car could do that, and it's not going to throw up with all the maggots and the smell and everything. It won't care.
A
Painting
robot
lines, replacing signs,
carrying
you
bird.
name it.
Yep. And it won't care if it's in danger or not. It's just going to throw it in the local bologna supply. Or, another sector that makes a lot of money here. Landscape. They already have it everywhere. You see it. The drone robots that cut the yards. They have drone snow blowing robots now, dude.
Si, senor.
That's a lot of guys' jobs that want to get out of the corporate. If they don't have any construction skills, if you wanted to start a business today, right now, you could go out and start a lawn care and snow removal business. It's one of the most profitable businesses that everybody starts out around here is like huge. You're either driving a truck with like a flatbed if you want to start your own business, or you're starting like a lawn care / snow removal business because you're busy both seasons. Okay, now they have drones that do that. You don't have to worry about people being sick. Oh, they can't get there because the weather is bad. Fuck it, we're gonna drop a drone. We're gonna drop off 16 of these little things in every single little duplex because people won't own houses, right? Every single little duplex is going to be scooped so you can get out to your car and get your batteries charged and blah, 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 blah. You take out the human element. They don't need the salt. They don't need whatever. They might not have a flamethrower. Who knows? They might not even need salt costs. Yeah, Walmart has an autonomous floor scrubber. I've seen that. Old man butt wrinkles. That used to be an old man's job. Trying to make ends meet because everything keeps going up. That I used to always see an old man on one of them.
Today's trash is tomorrow's Big Mac.
Yeah.
I mean, when I went into debt moving literally halfway across the country and didn't have anything, for 5 years, I busted my ass doing my own lawn care thing and, turned it into something, and now it's just freaking, and any dumbass can do it and make good money. Now it's just fucking, it's crap. It's going to shit.
I think the Husqvarna one, I seen 3 of them here in town, and then a mayor of a city has one. I think the Husqvarna one's like $600, and it mows your yard for you.
Yeah, because what I did my last couple of years was I worked with with them and Greenworks and all that shit. So I helped contribute to the bad, but it paid really well. So
Rip said they're taking the roadkill directly to our food supply.
Yeah.
They don't care. It's still protein, right? We'll do the Chinese thing. But yeah, Eduardo, everything you do and have and brought to you will be subscription based, which means they will keep on increasing it, which means you will never, ever, ever be able to retire. Whatever measly position they find for you that a robot can't do, like, oh, you're going to turn these screws a 1/4 inch in a factory line, or you're going to make these origami sacks, or whatever it is that they cannot get a robot program just right to do, whatever measly position they give you, you will do until you're dead. There will be no more retiring. So, maybe I was asking the other day, hey, what could you do to pivot to a position to get into now? Maybe it's not a position. Maybe it's just investing into the stock market right now, or some precious metals, or classic cars, or like whatever you could invest in that's actually going to hold value, or another property, or
I mean, there's already 80% of people in this country are not in positions to where they'll ever see retirement.
Yeah, that's by design.
It's just gonna fucking get worse.
And if you don't think it'll happen for you, if you have kids or grandkids, or you have nephews and nieces, or you have young ones in your life that you care about, for them, they're basically a prisoner right now, and they just don't know it yet. Let that sink in, and let you try to do something to get them out of the fucking quagmire they're in. If this is our last bastion of freedom that we can pivot and wiggle and actually have some sort of foresight, and all future generations are basically screwed, don't piss this opportunity away for somebody that you care about. That's all I wanted to say there. Go for it, Metal. I know it's hard, but I mean, they're not just going to give us lightsabers, and like Glock's not going to release a lightsaber model so we can go fight this shit.
Why the hell not?
I don't know, but you'd think. By the way, SHOT Show, I think they're. I seen a thing. I seen their AR. They're selling it to UK right now for police contracts and military over there. So Glock AR might be on SHOT Show. Heads up.
But you got to think silver spot price right now is at 88.36.
Yep. I don't know if you watched the Bear Brief this evening, but he's seeing triple digits and he's saying $200 to $400. Maybe not by this year. So I'm really rethinking about me cashing in, because I was going to cash in some of my silver that I wanted to keep a nice uniform amount. But now, and just like 50-cent pieces and stuff and mercury dimes. But now I'm like, yeah, maybe I'm going to hang on to all that. Like I was going to save all my 1 ounce coins and stuff. Like that was just going to be for my kid when I'm dead. But I'm like, damn, maybe I better just go ahead and hang on to all that. Yeah, Rip, because silver is used in all the new robotics. It's used in all the new war stuff. It's used in all the new weaponry. Every time we launch a Tomahawk missile, we lose that amount forever. It just vaporizes. Like the next space race, whatever, the Gen 6 warfare requires so much precious metals, and silver is one of the best conductors of electricity. It's just the name of the game.
Yep.
You want to talk about quantum computing and
Silver is
quantum
more
AI?
important than gold is.
Yeah, I mean, gold's a shit conductor. It's the third or fourth best, and it's used to protect copper and not get like boards too hot.
Yep.
I heard there's going to be Costco apartments on top too. I mean, I could see that. You can get your Costco membership and you get a little coffin apartment and you get your $1.35 hot dog. Woo-wee. I could see that. Some single guy with a sex robot. That's all he needs, man. Hot dogs and sex robot. Good to go. Which means, implementing all this stuff just in the sexual sphere, that means even less humans are going to be made. That's going to reduce the population right there without firing a single shot.
As long as they keep that Wi-Fi on.
Yeah, I mean, if you're wearing your Apple Ring and your Apple Watch and your Apple Shades, so you get your holograms everywhere, and it decides, hey, your genetics aren't good enough to reproduce, you can't be on the reproduction list. Sucks for you. Looks like you're getting a Dyson model freaking chick, and that's what you get. You know what I mean? Like, they might just say, sorry, we're only going to let this elite amount of genetics continue the human population, and the rest of us are just cockroaches, and we're going to wait for you to die.
Well, I think they'd only allow that kind of stuff to go on for so long with like the sex robots before they're going to have forced breeding, like we're cattle.
Right? But if
so that way they can keep those human going.
Who cares?
Yeah, but it's going to be, but they have to downgrade the population amount so much before that even has to kick in.
Right.
So it's more of a laugh now, cry later fucking situation, in my opinion. But yeah, I do see it eventually becoming a problem, but it won't be for a while.
We've been going for about an hour now. After seeing just some of that stuff and what we've discussed, do you guys have any ideas of what you can do, pivot to, invest in that could maybe get you ahead of this curve? So that way you're not slave class, you might be a little bit higher. Like, what's your I mean, a bug out location that's 100% off grid. I mean, that's not feasible for most of us. You know what I mean? Like, you live in an Atlas bunker that's $1 million and you're in a giant Tech Protect bag and you just read books all day. Probably out of the realm of possibility for most of us. Anybody can take it.
I'm too depressed.
I mean, I didn't do it to make everybody depressed. I'm just saying, in this eventuality where they make us a slave class forever and no retirement, that means that wealth can't compound anything, especially if you're on a universal basic income and they force you to spend whatever measly amount you have left over after you pay all your subscription services. It's like, oh, you have $5. You have to spend it within 3 days or you lose it. like a use it or lose it kind of deal. And you're like, well, what the fuck can I buy with $5? And then like Amazon's pulling up shitty Temu ads in your eyes, and you're like, God damn it, these contacts are pieces of shit. I don't foresee them replacing RNs for quite some time. Oh, why? They can already do phlebotomy and everything with the drone. You don't need a fucking RN. It's attached to all the monitors. They can be gone.
You grossly underestimate how much money a hospital will not spend in the short term for the long-term profit, because they're so year-to-date profit centric that it will take a long time before all of your hospitals replace the majority of those people with phlebotobots.
What are, like the little woo robot, the torture robot for Princess Leia.
I thought I made up a term, but anyway, nerd.
No. You did, but that's just what came to mind when you said that, and it was funny. So let me ask you this, Lawfully, and I'm not being a dick. When schools and hospitals and everything else, what's their biggest funding for the year? Government subsidies / whatever they want to call it. It's probably more than half. Just like farmers, farmers operate 100% in debt. They're on a loan base. So when they say, hey, buy the Elon Musk tractor and combine combo and it's $10 million, but you have to because we've deleted all other options on the market unless you have your infinite supply of diesel. Same thing with hospitals or like your schools. Like most people know more about schools than hospitals. So like their cafeteria food, government subsidized. It's based off the tax income ratio for how many kids you have. That's how much money your school gets to spend. Hospitals, kind of the same thing. Your patient quota that you can have for the year, like how many beds you have available and shit like that, you get X amount from the government. Well, if they say, hey, you have to put 80% of what we're giving you into robotics, and you have to be 50% robotics and lay off 50% of your staff in the next 2 years, they're going to do it if that's half of their yearly income. They have no other way around it. Just like the schools getting the shot records for your kids. You have to have this many shot records before you can get in to play in high school sports when you're in junior high.
Yep.
We gotta have this many. You gotta have this many shots just to get into fucking kindergarten. You can't send your kid home to go eat until they're past 6th grade here. Okay, you can pack their lunch, otherwise you're eating the government gruel. But sometimes you pack their lunch and they're like the social abnormality, so then they get made fun of. So then they just want to follow the masses and eat the shitty gruel. It's hard to escape. Same thing with hospitals. Probably worse in hospitals.
They all have the same food suppliers.
There you go.
Them, prisons, schools.
That school pizza, though.
Yeah, it's all U.S. food and all of the other starts with Cisco systems.
Cisco, Reinhardt.
What up, Gen X? Like, it's a bleak thing, but like, I'm just saying. By then, the robots will be able to have babies. They already have babies that they can be genetically grown and incubated in like this robot womb, and they can birth it. They already have that.
Self-replicating.
Yeah, it's like basically like a cloning operation on Nomino, but except for like in a nice hospital.
Yep.
They're not making Jango Fett's, but
something interesting that Elon Musk said here a while back was before too long, people aren't going to be dealing with money because money's not even going to matter. Time is what we're going to be using as currency.
Yeah. Kind of like that movie, The Limitless, where you started at age whatever it was 18, then you got 25 years, and your cup of coffee was 8 minutes and shit like that.
Yep, at Justin Timberlake or whatever.
I feel like time already is like the currency. You go to work, They say it's supposed to be 8 hours, but realistically, who's gone from home for only 8 hours these days? That's a quarter of your day gone.
Right.
And now if you want more in life, you're gone probably longer than that.
Mm-hmm. Plus your commute, plus going to kids' classes or whatever, or you got to go shopping. Like
it's like you're trading it all away.
Yep. And Gen X
for what,
nailed
your 1
it.
day of rest for your freaking 1 day of rest,
right?
To be able, where you go put some hot dogs or whatever on the grill with the kids, like
kick back. But then you got to mow and do all your household chores in that 1 day.
That's what I'm saying. Or if you get 2 days, like 1 day is fully full of chores, and then the other day is like sitting on your butt for half the day because you deserve it. And then you're right back up off your butt to go watch the kids run around in the backyard while you cook some dinner or something,
Right. Gen X,
you're back on it.
We're all currently selling our time. There's not one of us in here that's not. There's not one of us in here that's going to listen to this later on in life when I become a rich, famous rock star and everybody's going through listening to my old YouTube shorts and videos. We all sell our time.
So that brings up an interesting point. If we're selling our time, so to speak, what we get paid, is that not a reimbursement?
I think we're paid based off our skill set.
Yeah, a reimbursement for our skill set.
Yeah,
kinda, but not really.
Because we
ripped off.
We could all be working at McDonald's flipping burgers if we were getting paid the same as like Elon Musk's rocket scientist, dude.
And so whenever the UBI becomes a thing, there it is.
Yeah. It's you have to work X amount of hours, and I can guarantee you there ain't going to be no fat people. There ain't going to be no welfare queens that are so fat they're storing fat on their forehead, and they're going to be bitching about, I have to work 20 hours. It's going to be kind of communistic. Like, you're working 50 hours, and you're getting what everybody else is getting. You're going to work where we tell you to work because you're most efficient right here. That's where you're at for the next. If they decide to shorten your lifespan with medical, if that's your, here's your 50 years, you're dead at 51. Just like the warranty on products, it runs out right after, right before it breaks, right? And then like the first year that you're running it, with no warranty, it breaks. Well, your first year without warranty is you're dead. I mean, just saying.
Yeah. It's like that old Tennessee Ernie Ford song. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt.
Mm-hmm. The Muffin Star. I'm at work right this minute. Hey, V, since you're my only member, we can do like a personalized chat or something this week if you want to. You can have some of Muffin's private time. Not only is famous style.
I've been replaced.
Well, you dropped a super chat, sir, not a membership.
I thought Little Red Hen was your first.
I think she dropped it in a super chat, but I don't think it was a membership. I don't know. How do I look at that?
Hit the button.
Not that that's obviously what like tonight's about or anything, but that's funny. I don't even know how to fucking check that shit. Say like how many members you have. Metal, you're bigger on YouTube than I am.
No, I'm not. I'm way smaller.
No, you're not. Are you for serious?
For serious,
probably,
486.
Probably on your dashboard or
blasphemy.
It'll show you. It'll show you in your studio too.
TMT.
I thought it's 2,400 or some shit like that.
Do what?
I thought you had like 2,400 subscribers.
No.
Am I retarded?
No.
I mean, both can be true.
Oh man, yeah, that's true.
I mean, at some point, maybe, like in like 45 years from now.
We're all gonna have to be on YouTube just to eat. Oh shit. Okay. Make sure you guys go like, share, sub to 10 Man Metal. He's Muffin Top approved.
And he approves you.
I've been on his chats. He's been on my chats. We've done silly collabs with mayonnaise and shit.
And we're going to have a chat here down the road. Having you over on one of my shows.
Ooh, fancy. I accept. What up, ACR? You went in on this?
My partner in thought crime.
The Johnny Depp of us all. In that case, I'm starving, laugh my ass off.
It's been said that whenever ACR and I are together, it's called the dynamic screw-o.
I like that. Mike Tango Whiskey, your AI conversation sparked this chat, sir. So you will have to go back and re-listen to this. I probably have nothing of value to say, but I did look at that CE, whatever it is, the CES this year.
Consumer Electronics Show.
Thank you. Yes. And I mean, there's so many videos of all the stuff there. Like, obviously, people were focused on what like their audiences and things would like to see, but some of the stuff's absolutely crazy. What do you guys think? Did anybody have an idea of how to pivot out of this and stay financially ahead of this beast system? Crickets, that's good.
I don't know how to do anything.
Well, we could all get into Mosins, and then we're going to just keep stacking Mosin to Gaunts. That's how we get out.
Not at this fucking price point.
I got
Right.
two. I already have one
Fucking-
pre-canned.
That's going to be one sec spot for you and one sec spot for your buddy.
I used to have 5 of those damn things, and I'm down to 1.
I joined late, man, and I hear how much they used to cost. I'm like, damn, yeah, I would have got a few.
No, V, that's
Not for
hilarious.
what it
though.
is at that price.
Probably because it wasn't a bow tie. Ka-ching, go Silverado.
Ka-ching.
Ka-ching.
No, I could see us not necessarily getting out of it, but kind of like running alongside it is we set up our own bartering systems, our own ways of doing things, kind of divert back in time.
Mm-hmm.
Like rather than jump into the future, dial the clock back. Because we were able to do a heck of a lot of stuff that we can't now before.
Mm-hmm. Lost knowledge and skill
Yes.
set.
Yes. Kind
It'll
of like
be
going along the
tenfold.
lines of what we're doing now. A lot of us are. I mean, you have to ramp it up, obviously, exponentially to be able to keep up with, the way things are, because look at how everybody is. We've been programmed through repetition to become lazy schmups.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to do for ourselves. It's part of the mind virus, so to speak, that's been running rampant on not just our own country, it's our entire world for a very long time.
Yeah. The implementation of the global trade system and the just-in-time system has made us all lazy and decide that these skill sets and values and teachings were not necessary, not needed. You give this to this generation, all this stuff that we talked about tonight. Honestly, probably one of the best things you can do is garden and can your own food. And we're preppers, right? So we all have a stockpile of food. We all already know as soon as you crack that first lid, that first bag, that first Mylar sack, your clock is ticking, right? None of us can store enough food for our entire lives. It's impossible. It's impossible for the normal everyday dude. We're not billionaires. We can't do that. So you can supplement that so you can have your stockpile. If you have, the Bible says 7 years. That's like where I'm trying to get with my mag and everything. Do you know how much fucking food that is? 7 years for X amount of people. Say it's 7 years for 10 people. That is an ungodly amount of storage space for that amount of food. Okay, so if you can't do that, you have to have some stored for emergencies, and say SHTF starts dead of winter, you can't garden, the super duper crazy fog killed all your pets and cats, and even the Chinese places can't give you chow mein, right? the super duper mad cow flu came through, took out all livestock that was outside. So all you have left to breed is great grandma's cat. And then you have to find some other crazy cat lady with 10 cats and you eat cats for the rest of your life. I don't know. You know what I mean? But like something crazy like that. Or we all start
that
now.
Chungus.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe you can't afford livestock, but you can feed squirrels and they'll keep coming back if you feed them. And in the event that you're hungry, guess what? A pellet gun will kill a squirrel. Okay. So you might not be able to afford livestock, or you might live in the city, or you live in an apartment, but you can put out squirrel feeders with 2 2x4s and an L and a screw on it, and you can feed them corn. Or you can feed them bird seed.
You can raise a couple, or you can raise a decent amount of rabbits in an apartment without it stinking or anything like that. Just saying.
Yeah.
Watch out for the video because I've been playing with it.
You can do guinea pigs. You can do mini aqua farms. You can do aquariums.
Guinea pigs stink.
I don't care if it's no more meat. I'm eating a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Chickens. You guys know I'm on the chickens journey. I want to do rabbits and quail soon.
Even like little guinea hens and shit.
Yeah. Well, my son wants quails. Yeah. So
Quail are loud.
No, they're not. They're quiet. Unless you get a Bob White quail, and we're not walking them and flushing them. But I mean, just as simple as, okay, Coldfoot has a jar, like a pickle jar with a green onion on it, and he has a regular light bulb turned on it, and you know what? It's fucking growing. He's harvesting it every couple days for stew or whatever right now. That's a sustainable crop inside. Just saying.
Yeah, just make sure, because I constantly got green onions going in my kitchen, just in an old like kid's cup with water in it.
Yeah,
and
like in your window.
Every few days when the water starts to smell, I dump it out and I change and I kind of flush out the water that's in the cup and I refill it and then put it back and it don't smell no more.
Right, like it doesn't have to be crazy. If one person grows one garden bed of carrots and the next guy grows a garden bed of tomatoes, the next guy grows a garden bed of potatoes, and one guy grows onions, guess what? You can make vegetable soup. You can. I'm just saying. And then if you trade all that, then you all can make vegetable soup.
And guess what? Each family, you can do your own herb garden in your house with grow lights.
Yeah, like having excuses.
Most people don't
now,
even need grow lights. Most people don't even need the grow light.
Yeah, you can do it in the window. But just any excuse now for you not to invest in some sort of implement that you can remove in your future, i.e. solar generator. What do you need to replace on your solar generator? Eventually the battery and the panels. Guess what? They're getting better and better every day, and you can replace those. Okay? You can take some of your bills off of your plate. You can put food on your plate. And what is that going to do? It's going to strengthen you and remove you a little bit from the system every single time you add something to it.
And that leaves you more. That leaves you extra money at the end of the week to buy shit that you need to stack up on the side.
Yeah. If you got to eat macaroni and cheese and minnows, and that's all you can grow in your apartment, you got a little 10-gallon tank and you're growing minnows, guess what? You got some protein in that mac and cheese, bro.
Minnow mac.
Yeah.
Minnow mac.
Wouldn't be my favorite. But
then you'll all wish that you stacked Kipper snacks.
Yeah, way better.
So you could have Kipper mac.
Yeah, no. I had one of those during the last chat because I haven't had one in a long time, man. That fucker was good.
You're only growing stone soup. Oh, Mike Tingle Whiskey, you got to get on the grow train, brother. So you want to talk about macro prepping? It's being able to take some of your inputs for yourself. You know, you can run a small solar, like a little heater on a solar generator. Is it the most effective and efficient? No. But if you can't have a wood fireplace and that's your emergency heat and all other power's out and you can heat one room with your entire family in it with all the blankets, guess what? You're probably going to make it till morning.
Yep.
Chinese cooking with stones. There you go. Pat Riot, have you been listening, sir?
Just dropped in a couple minutes ago.
All right, well, you're going to have to go catch the replay, but the implement of AI removing 30 to 70% of jobs in the next 5 years is what we're talking about. And even they're going to use the carrot first. They're going to say, hey, this watch can or ring or whatever, this contact lens can check your blood sugar for diabetics, check your heart rate, your penis length, your athlete's foot, your fingernail growth, all this stuff, your activity, blah blah blah, your salt intake, as like a carrot, right? Say it's a convenience thing, or hey, this car drives itself. You can sit in there, take a nap on your way to whatever. You can have a business meeting, whatever. You don't have to go to Walmart, like big box stores anymore. You're going to have 3 different kinds of drones, and they're going to pack and unpack all the trucks and move stuff to you. And your little picker people that you have now, where they go through with the blue carts, like 15 of those guys, they already have a robot implemented into 1,000 Walmart stores right now that picks all the stuff off the shelf, and it like loads it, and it looks kind of like the can section on like a vending machine. And then it comes up, it drops it off, and then I don't know. I would assume somebody right now takes it to the car, but it could just deliver it straight to the trunk. Just poop it all out in the trunk. That's taken away more. You have the self-checkouts. That's replacing the upfront people. Then you replace the middle people. Then you replace the people in the back with the little forklift guys and the drones that Amazon's using. The entire Walmart's automated. You know what I mean?
I've been thinking about that for a long time. Like it seems far-fetched, but I don't think there's too many jobs that will be safe when it comes to the AI and the robotics.
Right.
Have you guys seen the latest Boston Dynamics one?
Rich people problems.
Not the one that was doing all the somersaults and parkour and stuff. They've got one now. It's humanoid, but the thing is the joints articulate 360 degrees. So the thing walks over to
I could see all this
shelf.
like stepping up like super hyper quick.
Yeah, it's good. Musk flat said in an interview last week, like on Friday, that within 3 years there will be no more surgeons in hospitals because his robots, which is his 100% focus right now, he's not giving a shit about anything else. He's worried about his surgeon robots. He flat said, don't go to medical school. And he's like, actually, don't even bother going to college because all your jobs will be replaced before you even graduate.
But the last generation's been completely programmed to go to college. You have to go to college.
Take
you
that
have
loan.
to go to college.
Take that loan and go to college.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like another thing I said, you missed it, Pat, was a lot of people that don't, especially around here, are lawn care and snow removal businesses. They have drones to do both of those things now. They have drones with tracks on it to move snow. They have automated like snow trucks with blades, like big trucks, like the 1-ton trucks, the salt and gravel spreaders, just like they're wanting to do with the semis. They have robot drones. You could have a drone come and drop 2 or 3 drones come and drop 10 of the little like Husqvarna or whatever. I've even seen big ones like big 6-bladers, like the standing ones they use. I seen a video where this guy was mowing a property in Washington, D.C., and he had a big standing 6-blader, like a commercial size mower. And right across the street, he was watching a drone with the same size mower doing his job. He was watching himself be replaced. And that was a couple months ago that I seen that video. That means that was this summer in Washington, D.C. Maybe all schooling. I could see that. AI teaching.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go for it.
That's funny. I was talking and somebody just started, so I didn't think you guys could hear me.
I'm sorry.
You guys see did you guys see the newest Boston Dynamics robot?
Which one? You want me to look it up?
No, looks like a little humanoid, but all its joints go 360 degrees. It can walk up to a shelf, pick up a box, and instead of like walking to turn around, the thing just like spins 180 degrees at the waist, and then its legs are automatically just walking backwards. But it's not backwards to it because it's completely double jointed. It's crazy. And you don't think they're going to rush to put that shit in just about everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one less wasted movement. Just how much more efficient.
Yeah, it's as long as it can walk at a decent pace, it's going to be more efficient than a human. and it can just, it doesn't get sick. It doesn't get sick. It doesn't call into work. It doesn't go out to have maternity leave. It doesn't go on vacation. None of that stuff. And it works day and night.
Well, that's the same one they like knocked over flat on its back and it just got up. It was its back in relationship to them because it walked up facing them. They pushed it back. It fell on its back. It got up like it was doing a push-up and it walked the other way.
Yeah. Oh, here,
like,
I got the video. Hang on. That's crazy. It's doing exactly what you're saying right now.
Share.
I'm doing it. Relax. Look at this thing. All right, it's on the ground, right? Crazy joints.
Oh, fuck
Don't
you.
give a shit. It's up. Holy shit, that's scary, actually.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Where's the
That
no
is
button?
insane.
Where's the no? Where's I gotta know where its no button is. I think it's right there where that ad popped up.
But that's like Pat was saying, how it can bend any which way. It doesn't matter. 360 joints all the way around.
Just gotta find this no square.
I'm thinking I need some black tip 308 pretty quick.
Yeah, the battery. I'm pretty sure the batteries go in the back. This might be a little bit older one. The one I saw had 2 different removable batteries in its back, and it could go, and it changed them one at a time. You know what I mean? Like they were staggered.
Damn. So obviously every diving position and every lifeguard is safe. So we need to all become lifeguard certified.
I'll become underwater welders real quick.
No, they have drones for that. I've seen that. They have underwater welding drones.
It'll just have a buoyancy module. It'll be able to go down and up as it pleases.
Yeah, that's true. Doesn't have to worry about mixing gas for you to go down.
The drones pick me out, guys. They know what we're on.
No, those robots in the factory setting, warehouse setting, whatever. Whenever a battery was going low on them, they would send out basically an SOS to the next closest robot that was closest to the charging stations. They would meet that robot over there. It would power down. Its buddy would swap its battery pack out, put it back in, and then they both go back to work.
Jeez.
Oh, hell no.
Do you know they're going to skip it? They're just going to get a hovercraft drone all the way to the top and don't have to fly up all that, walk up all that shit. It can change its own
But the thing
battery.
is with all of this stuff, it has to have an epicenter, some type of control node
what you got
for
there,
them to
buddy?
be able to communicate together.
To each other?
Yeah. So
Is that a
being a
drone?
Sparkian, my answer is cut power and Skynet falls.
Mhm. Well, you know,
all we got to do is darken the sky, block the sun,
they're already getting.
They're
a lot of
already
patents.
doing that.
and then move underground.
We're already toast, guys. They already have a bunch of patents for many nuclear reactors to power all these things. Like one backup to in case one goes down. So they're gonna have too many nuclear reactors powering these quantum AI facilities because there's not enough grid power. There's not enough grid infrastructure to power this shit they're building currently today. There's not. You
Nope.
being an electrician should know. How would upsizing the entire country's wire look? You'd have to
Oh my
tear
God,
through all
dude.
the roads, destroy all the fucking walls in the buildings. Like
Like
it'd be like ripping out 14 gauge and going to 4/0. Like it would be
Right.
impossible.
right.
Like,
Our
you couldn't do it.
current infrastructure with like the transformers, the reclosers, the insulators, everything that's out there right now, there's no way they could put that much power out with what we have right now. No way.
Demo Man Don, so we should just all quit. Who wants my stuff? Oh, you're funny. Come on, Lawfully. Don't have such a defeatist mindset. That was a
I'm not
real life
defeatist. I'm just saying none of it matters. Like
part. Doesn't matter.
it doesn't.
Don't have such a bleak outlook on your future, Lawfully.
I have
We're
a
here
bleak
to- we're
outlook
here
on
to talk
all
about
You're
of our
making that
futures.
so easy to do right now, Muffin.
I'm sorry, that was not the intent. The intent was to spark some stuff and try and get us all in a better position to absorb it.
So much for not having a doom and gloom chat.
I think we're all gonna have to eat KFC double downs until we pass in 5 years.
there's gonna be a really rough time when during the like transition of this, when it first starts happening. But I think after like 10, 15 years or something like that, they're gonna have all the bugs worked out, because you can't
Less
just
than that.
put everyone out of work. It's like you'll have a revolution on your hands. They're gonna have to phase it in slowly, or they're gonna have
They
freaking.
think they already have a plan for the comeback to it.
This is the carrot, and then after the carrot becomes the stick, right? Where they force you into it. The carrot is getting all this quote unquote implement stuff, and it's for your health, and it's going to make you better, and you're going to integrate with this technology, and you're going to have these holographic glasses like Jarvis, and you're going to have this Apple Watch that tells you everything, and you're going to have Apple butt plug that tells you everything. Like.
Where's Fiendog, our resident union man? We need him
know.
here.
I know.
The dock workers union.
It's 9:30. He's asleep.
The dock workers union. All those guys that protested, this time the year before last and got their extension on their jobs. And
Dino got it. I, for one, welcome the AI and robotic overlords, and I hope the algorithm remembers this comment when they rise up.
Yeah,
he's playing all of his cards safe.
I'm kind of looking at this a little bit differently here. Whenever all this techno BS rises up, what's our best way of dealing with any of it? It's we're disconnecting from our humanity. I think having to face something like that, we're all going to pull into our humanity. Talking face to face, working with people, establishing relationships, but doing it like it was.
Okay, but then what happens when everything around you is listening to you and trying to sabotage all that?
This is what you do. You get a big Tech Protect bag, and you go out and you buy 10 acres with 3 or 4 families that you can get along with enough, and you fucking do the Amish thing. You do as many of your inputs as you can. You cut your own firewood. You dig your own trenches. You dig your own hand well. You grow your own crops as much as possible. You grow your own livestock as much as possible. And in doing that, your health will be immaculate because you'll be out there actually working better than 95% of the fucking human population right now. That's the only way to do it, is you have to have little communities. That's what we try to build here. We're on the internet talking hundreds of miles away from each other today, right now, multiple states. You talk to people in your own group, your own mag, your friend group, whatever. You talk to them face to face. You have to go out with those people and say, guys, let's go buy 5-10 acres. Let's sell all of our shit. Let's get out of the debt. If you have a house that's paid off like Pat, he's renting it out, whatever. That's his little niche getting out of it. My little niche is I'm trying to pay off my house in 5 years, and now I'm working on a second house. Okay, so that's my investment property. I'm implementing as much as my own food. I'm canning a bunch of my own food. Guess what? I don't have to worry about Campbell's 3D printed bullshit in my salsa and my pasta sauce because I'm growing it from my damn garden. You know what I mean? Now, if everybody's doing that, that's how you win.
I wasn't gonna say anything for another until like the end of the week, but we're going to go look at a place tomorrow. So, yeah. I mean, it's going to be bare minimum. It's a 3-bedroom, and we got 2 kids. The girl's fine; she's already got her own fucking spread. So, but I mean, at least it's in an area that's not an HOA, and we're able to have some amount of livestock without anybody being able to say shit about it. So,
yeah, that's a move, man. That's a future that you can pick. That's not a future that you're forced into.
Yeah,
human choice is a big thing. Yeah, we need a John Connor. We have to find all the people named John Connor, and we're just going to have to hang around that guy for a while. You know what I'm saying?
For the next 10 years.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a crazy topic, and unfortunately, I see it in full-fledged reality within, fully 100% implemented in 10 years.
I mean, Boss Elon had already called it, so...
Well, What would you choose if they told you you could get Elon Musk's what's the brain thing called?
Neuralink.
The Neuralink. They can put a Neuralink in. It's very minimally invasive. You'll never even know it's there, and it just turns your appetite off.
I'd rather die with my imperfections without it.
That's spooky. I never thought about that because it makes you freaking, like it can make, like we've all seen within a couple hours of the paraplegic waking up, him fucking kicking ass in video games. Like, yeah, what happens when it turns off your appetite? Holy crap.
What
spooky.
happens if they decide to turn off your appetite when they want to get rid of you and you're useless to the point where you can't eat and you die?
You're physically repulsed by the taste of sugar. Sugar tastes like dog shit to you. And vegetables taste like caviar or whatever tastes good.
I like
Programmable diets.
It would be very hard
Programmable diet.
to resist something like that. You know all the celebrities and all them crazy people like going blind and whatever else these GLP-1s are doing to these people.
Yeah.
Freaking turbo breast cancers and all just to be skinny.
Mike Tango Whiskey, that they would have to implement the universal basic income. That's the only way to stop that. And people are lazy enough that they would take that option. Honestly, if you could say, hey, you don't have to work your entire life and you can watch as much Netflix and play as many video games as you want, there would be a lot of people that would take that option.
So TMT, that being said about the UBI, if they're going to establish this UBI and implement it, are they going to crash our current monetary system first? So that way there's no competition and we can't be trading 10s and 20s and 50s and hundos. We have to use their system and kind of force the hand in that aspect.
Yeah, they'd have to. And there's not going to be like the mandatory gold buyback. It's useless now. I'm sorry you didn't spend it in the allotted time we gave you to spend it. Now it's useless. So if you have a safe tucked away with a couple 10 grand, literally wipe your ass with it because nobody's going to take it. Not even the private market, because barter system. Oh, hey, I'm going to trade you this $100 bill for that sourdough bread. Like, I don't want it. I literally cannot do anything with it, but I can still eat my sourdough bread. That's how they would just switch it off. They have to. They have to have one world currency.
You don't think the people would trade in gold and silver if they needed to outside of the system?
What are you going to trade for? If you have no implements that you can take other than what's in your coffin apartment, and they force you to spend everything you have, then what? Like, oh, hey, I have this ounce of silver. Can I have your chair cover because I shit in mine? Like,
well, none of us are going to be in that coffin motel.
Well, you'd like to think, but it sounds like Lawfully signing up for suite number 1. No, I'm just kidding, Lawfully.
I mean, but I get what you're saying though, because it's like, yeah, like I see, like everything's gonna have to be something that, it's gonna be a service for a service, or a good for a good, or a service for a good, because that piece of gold in your hand or that piece of silver or whatever, like it doesn't do jack shit for me.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even trade it for like human pleasure when you can buy a robot that do that. I mean, hey, you want to buy this 1 ounce of silver for a BJ? Well, this robot does it way better with 14 different vibration modes.
Now, if it was a piece of 410 steel that I can heat up and turn into a knife, that'd be a different kind. That'd be a different story. But like that piece of gold literally doesn't do shit for me.
Yeah, like they've already talked about it. Was it today or yesterday? They are already talking about universal buyback for precious metals again.
Yeah, but that led me to read into and listen to it while I was falling asleep yesterday, and like
Steve said, "Don't buy a robot to do that."
but when they did the buybacks, it was so that we could go on to what was to start the gold standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
So unless we're going back to a precious metals standard, which we all know will never happen, yeah, the buybacks will be it'd be useless.
Eventually,
unless you're doing it just to hoard the actual material to be able to use.
Metal nailed it. The most commodity you're ever going to have is your time, and whatever slave labor they decide that be, whether you're screwing caps on something or you're playing with scissors and cutting labels for whatever, I don't know, something that the robots cannot do. You fill in the gap and you give that piece that you make to the robots to continue their process. That will be our jobs. Whatever the robots cannot do sufficiently and monetarily worth not inventing another robot to do this small task that human hands can do, that's what we're going to do.
There's always got to be some sort of monetary trade of value, like Fallout, the video game that just turned into bottle caps. Because if you make bread and I want some bread and I'm a mechanic, but you don't have anything that needs work on, how am I going to get bread? Like, do I need to go then? It's going to be just like that freaking video game. I need bread and you make bread, but I'm a mechanic and you don't need a mechanic. Well, John needs a mechanic and John has chickens and you want some eggs. So I got to go to John, work on his stuff, get eggs from John, bring eggs to you.
Yeah, like the underground farmers market might be the thing. I don't think that.
I mean, there will be some sort of communal aspect to it too, where like, okay, you're the mechanic, the person that you want bread from doesn't have any need for a mechanic right now, but they can still go ahead and give you that piece of bread. But the moment that you fuck them over, then they know that fuck you.
Time out. Assassine, you realize we're like the only two people in the entire internet that are in Nebraska, right? No, nobody's going to want to do a Nebraska bug out. I'm just saying, it's reality. I love you. I think it would be as simple as it's food. You have livestock and I need protein. I'm going to trade you X amount of vegetables that we find is fair. Or like in Jericho, salt. So that way I can make jerky. Jerky would be a big thing if other people can't make jerky, so I can trade my jerky, but I need your salt to make my jerky, right? It's going to be like a giant farmer's market, but it's all going to be underground.
TMT, you're super negative on your own state.
I'm sorry.
How many people are like-minded?
He doesn't.
I've only met like 3 or 4 people that are actually in Nebraska, and
and you've got one wanting to. I don't know.
Hey, I'm just saying.
You say I'm negative.
Listen here, you start up the Arkansas bug out and then see how many people you get. Is there only 2 people in Nebraska? Rip, there's only 4, bro. And we're all related.
So on a more positive note, I scored 8 polycarbonate 4x8 sheets for doing greenhouse.
There you go.
At the Goodwill. 8 4x8 sheets for $25 a piece.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Aren't those usually like $100 and some a pop?
The box says $99 each on it, wherever they were trying to sell them.
Man,
but I saw them on Amazon for like $3.15 for a box of 8. So I still saved like $120 on them.
there you go. Assassine, the only people I know in Nebraska that do YouTube are Travis PT111, and he does the Sandhill Shoot. He's in Omaha, and then DJ Play Nice, but DJ Play Nice has never tried to meet up with me when I messaged him. I live like 2 hours away from Omaha, and I hate Omaha, so I definitely don't want to go camping in Omaha.
Omaha.
I know that's where you're at. So yeah.
Oma shark bait. Ooh,
Shark bait. Ooh, nah.
Drink.
I did. I just drank 32 ounces of water. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do this chat to get through this negative hump and then come up with ideas of how to try and preserve your wealth when things become useless. B, try to diversify yourself into a skill and or trade and or maybe even rotate jobs to try and get ahead. Like if you're a plastic surgeon and you see the drone that literally you see the robotic, or you're We just watched a robot, Pat, that was changing out a dude's hip. They had like a little hip bone thing that they were working on, 2 arms, 1 set of eyes, and it was going around installing shit on this hip bone, right? If you're in that field and you just watched that came out in like what was it, like a week or 2 ago? If you just watch your job be replaced, like that guy on the mower watched a drone mower doing the same thing he was doing across the street. If you've seen your replacement and it's physically able for your hospital or somebody to afford it because a company had that mower, a hospital will be able to afford and or get government grants to pay off that fucking robotic surgeon, especially if they push it and say you have to have 10% robotics in your hospital by the end of the year. Then the next year you have to have 20.
I don't think you understand how tax chattel works. And I don't think the government's going to subsidize robots because they can't tax robots.
I don't think they're going to need tax cattle.
Corporations are really, they will for a transitional generation or two, TMT.
Sure.
They can tax the shit out of the company that's using the robots.
Yeah.
They'll tax them at 90%, and it'll still be worth it to them.
Or they'll just
let you fucking die homeless and starve to death.
Or they'll be like, oh, your company is 85% reliant on non-humans. Okay, your electricity bill just increased 15%.
That's okay. Their labor costs just dropped 75, 80%.
But then that's the way that they're
100%.
going to get it. I'm just saying that's an avenue for them to get it back.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter. Eventually, their depopulation, that equation's going to happen. They do not need the tax kettle at that point. They're only going to keep the people they want to reproduce, and they want to, like, if fucking, what's his name? Who's that guy who's like, I am really smart, but my teeth are fucked up and I talk in a chair, that guy who just died? With that
Stephen
guy,
Hawking.
That narrowed it down.
If Stephen Hawking's looked like Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger, and you could have that keep repopulating for the male population in Earth, why wouldn't you? The most smartest and like, or if he was like a hybrid with Chuck Norris when Chuck Norris was ripped, what would you not want every woman to breed with that one man? Would you rather him breed with me, a guy with fucking tits and a broke back and a micro penis? No, you don't want that. You don't want that in your fucking
God damn.
okay? You don't want that in your gene pool. You want the fucking Stephen Hawking's fucking hybrid. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna better your population.
Don't dismiss yourself like that.
I'm just saying.
Have you ever been around a bunch of really smart people that like can't change a tire?
Yeah, I understand that. But guess what? A robot can do that now. That's what they have the robots for. They don't need to change the fucking tire anymore.
There's a
Jeez, who wants my stuff again?
There was a
You got him with the micro penis. He was like, me too.
There's a TV show, I think it was Love, Death, and Robots. They had an episode where all the rich people like went to this one place to survive, and they had robots to like serve them and do everything. But I think the shtick of that episode was those people, nobody knew how to fix the robots. So eventually they all just died because all the robots broke down and they didn't know how to do anything.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the movie WALL-E, but
yeah, I mean, like WALL-E, Astatine, maybe. I mean, I don't know. We can put a feeler out there. Who wants to do a camping meetup in Nebraska?
I do.
How old is it?
It's just a matter of getting there.
What's the temperature?
Astatine, that's what we were getting at. Like, with all negative stuff.
Well, there's going to be an open invitation for camping in West Virginia.
What's up,
You
Lynn?
just got to watch. You just got to watch out for the dog man.
I ain't scared.
And
West Virginia sounds a lot warmer than fucking Nebraska.
I carry a clock. I'm good.
No whistling in the woods at night.
No knocking on trees.
No knocking on trees. And if you hear something say your name, don't go.
Who's dog man? It's like
No, it was an owl joke.
Okay. An owl joke. No, I'm talking about Astatine. What's dog man? It's like the Appalachian monsters, the shit that
It's basically werewolf.
Werewolf, yeah.
I don't know. I'm
You just throw a
saying.
Coors Light at him and he goes away.
Oh, that's good. That was easy.
Right. Just ride around
Silver
with some cheap light beer. You'll be all right.
Silver Bullet.
You guys were talking as soon as I got on here about like food preps and staying warm in your house if there's no electricity or money or whatever it was. I didn't hear what the circumstances were, but did anybody mention like pitching a tent in your living room and stuff?
Yeah,
and everyone sleeping together because your body heat will heat. Everyone will share.
Well, so
Yeah.
so from what I read
I
about
said
the
that.
pitching the tent in the living room too, is that you also got to get your ass up off the ground, right? Or at least put a whole bunch of blankets and shit underneath you. Is that? I mean, you guys know
Yeah,
I don't
that's
care about cold,
that's-
right? So
that's just like sleeping on the ground. Like
Yeah, all it is. Well, I said like if you're like you had a solar generator and like a small heater, and you were all in one room with all your blankets and stuff, like you're not gonna die in the morning. You're gonna make it. You're gonna be warm enough. What you do is you can find as much body heat as you can. So you go into a room, you bring all the blankets in, you do the tent, whatever, however many people you have,
base blanket.
body heat. Yeah, I mean, you make it work. Whatever.
like
Everybody
way-
gets
way-
real comfortable snuggling up.
Yeah, Gen X Jim and I pitches a tent every morning, so don't spoon with him.
Yeah.
just don't be the little spoon. Just don't be the little spoon.
Yeah.
Was way back in the day that people used to sleep in like bed boxes, like their whole bed would close up so that your body heat would stay inside because they couldn't keep the houses warm enough.
Asher
And
Team
that's-
wants to go hunting the dog man.
I'm down.
I'm all about hunting some cryptids,
Yep.
I got Bigfoot, hunting stickers all over my Jeep. Like I don't think it's real, but I want to believe it is.
God damn it! What is poking me? Old man butt wrinkles.
we get-
Meatspin.com.
If we get Pat, if we get one, we can sell it to Alice Walton and she'll put it in her museum. and then we're set. We can buy a house and
You
retire.
can buy a bunker and we're good to go.
Or you can buy your second house.
Gentlemen's, my old ass has to drop,
You're good.
but I appreciate y'all having me this evening.
You can continue this on your chat if you like. I'd like to get some hypotheticals to help people
For sure.
not be so doom and gloom. It's a super hard topic, dude.
No, and you have to get through the doom and gloom and get through the mud to actually get to resolution.
Right. I don't think some people actually see how many things are actually currently automated, and it just has to get to scale.
Right.
Yeah, I'd rather have the doom and gloom side of this conversation done now than have to be living it complete IRL and then just be like fucking sitting around with your thumb up your ass. At least by having the doom and gloom now, you're being proactive about it.
Right.
Some people are into that.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's me.
I'm like more than a thumb.
Mike Tango Whiskey, if you want to have me and some other people on your chat and continue this, you let me know, buddy. Because I got this idea from his channel. So make sure you guys go like, share, and sub to Mike Tango Whiskey. He is like a superstar, and he's like, what are you at right now? Like 50,000? Let me find out.
He's my largest subscriber, I think.
Mike Tango Whiskey's at 23.8 thousand subs. Wow, you're doing great.
He's growing pretty good.
Yeah. He's got the thumbnails figured out, and he doesn't have a face that everybody wants to punch.
That really
That's
helps.
I bet he didn't talk about butt thumbs very much either.
Well,
My
it doesn't
favorite,
exactly help that my buddy group does that shit. So,
My-
I mean,
my favorite is the hurt feelings report. Those are my favorite ones.
yeah, I like those. I really like the compass thing too. For a while, I wanted to send him a whole bunch of compasses.
Come by.
It kind of makes you want to go in there and get ignorant on purpose just to try and get in one.
Yeah. You should do a hurt feelings report, and then you should actually do like a decent comment report. Like, oh, this guy wasn't dumb, and it's actually an intellectual comment and made you think a little bit.
He salts those into the hurt feelings reports.
Mike's a good dude. Astantine tried to get a hold of a range in Valley. Here, I'll Google on the map and see if I can remember which one I went to in Omaha.
So we're officially under contract for that 50 acres.
Are you?
Nice.
I'm so proud.
Yep.
We're all moving into Pat's
Fucking
50
high.
acres. Pat, we're coming.
I've got some spots picked out. There's a
Put in-
few spots that are relatively leveled to put in some small places.
I think I shot at 88.
Put you in a
tactical.
campground.
What?
Just telling Pat put in a campground.
Yeah, there you go.
That way, lawfully can come hashtag van life it.
And then
No, he can have like Pat Rice Patriot Paradise or something. and resort.
I don't have enough flat land for all that. You're gonna have to be roughing it.
Well, yeah, it's orienteering. It's land nav.
You do your pumpkins, do your sweet corn, and then you can have a farm stand. Those are the two biggest sellers: the sweet corn and pumpkins. Everything else you do, lettuce and everything like that, your onions, that's all bonus.
Beans, greens, tomatoes.
Is that
Yeah.
is that the spot that
Thanks.
is it where you live now that you were saying or is it the place?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
You phased out right when you got to the meat
Oh.
of that sentence. Say it again.
Is that the one that you were talking about that Home Depot is like an hour away? Or is
Yeah.
that Oh, okay.
Like the big box stores are pretty far away, but there's a lumber yard right at the end of my road.
Okay. At least there's something there.
I don't know how open to the public they are or anything like that. I imagine they'll sell to anybody.
Astantine, how tight are you to Omaha? We should talk offline. We're looking for property right now, but it's going to be around here. You can park a cabin over on my place. Or if you buy it and then we work it out, it could be our place. I can't
That's
buy
tough though.
I know.
I say keep it small and own it all.
Yeah. I'm be really happy with 10 acres, honestly.
Ten of the right acres.
Yeah. If I had 10 acres backed up to a cornfield and like a creek or a river or a cattle pond, then I know I can hunt it. So,
Yeah.
One of the things that I liked about my place is on one side of me is the natural resources something land, like the state natural resources owns the 100 acres beside of me.
nice.
So I'm pretty sure you can go in there and hunt that.
Astantine, talk to me on Discord. Not on a live. I don't want to dox myself.
Yeah, my wife talked to the title company today, and they said it can be done no later than the 5th.
Nice.
So we got like 2 weeks at the most, and we should be closed.
So what are you like going through doing all your honey-do list fixes in your house so you can sell it or rent it out or what?
We've been doing that. That's what the plumbing in the basement was all about. Like I've been just staring at this drip for like years, and
Right.
it's just such a slow drip that like I put a bucket underneath of it, but it's almost always dry because it evaporates before it drips. You know what I'm trying to say? It was
Yeah.
so slow, but I got tired of looking at it, so I decided to go ahead and fix it.
Demo Man Don has a 50-acre swamp on two sides of me. He grows mosquitoes. I am sorry. There's the Discord link, Astantine. Demo Man Don, don't give up. Keep your stuff, but try and figure out a way to get out of this coming system. That was what I wanted the chat to be about because we got into kind of the negative stuff last night. But like I wanted to show some of the stuff that was on that thing. I think right now, if you're on anything that you're on a computer or the phone for, those will be the first jobs to go because those are the easiest to be implemented and taken over by AI. So if you're like a secretary, if you're like, just a second.
Well, wasn't it Elon Musk that said the productivity is going to be so ridiculous with the robots that they'll be able to afford to pay people to stay home?
Everything will be so cheap.
He also basically just said yesterday or whatever during the interview for basically everybody to just fucking give up.
But what if they dictate what's so cheap? What if they put firearms ownership because they know that you can get rounds that they can put the robots down out of it? What if they say, this 80% of stuff's complete, but this is the other 20% we don't deem that you need in life? They say, drugs and alcohol and guns and I don't know, like bacon. Maybe they decide they want to go on a Muslim thing. Like they say you can't buy this stuff. It's super duper expensive. Only the rich people can buy it. Like you can't buy the pound of hamburger you get Cricket Burger because the pound of hamburger is $1,000 all of a sudden, but the Cricket Burger is like $1. They put the luxuries, like you can still get them, but boy, is it going to be cost effective to not.
Well, they're already cutting everything with the fucking Cricket. So
I'm just saying, like they could put those luxuries so far out of the existence for people to touch the tips of that you'd never be able to get it.
Well, that was the whole objective with the tax stamp, wasn't it?
Yeah, it helped.
Was to make it because it was like freaking like $4,500 equivalent back then.
I mean, I'll reiterate what that black woman said, that when the whole EBT thing was going around, if you allow them to feed you, you allow them to starve you. And it's basically the same thing. Like, you've reached your carbon emissions limit for beef for this month.
And,
you know what? Let me look at that commercial.
Speaking of that, they're already. I saw somewhere that they're putting together 8 packages or whatever for us going in and scooping out homeboy down south, and it's like before you guys send out that 8 package, can I get like a family of 4 worth of EBT or something? Like, can I get a handout? Shit. Like, fuck. Sorry, that pissed me off when I was reading that earlier.
Very good. I can't remember what they called that video on YouTube, but it was like that girl's like, "Oh, you got a ticket for speeding and you need to go to work," and she's like sick, and so she tries to go to work and her car won't work because she's used her allotted gas and she has so many fines, and now she's like negative $58 and she has to pay her rent for her apartment by tomorrow, but she can't get to work to make money. And then they have a guy where he's like, "Oh, hey, he was at the supermarket and he wanted a pizza for his birthday." And they're like, "I'm sorry, you've eaten too much for your cholesterol. The doctor says that you can have like a spinach salad with nothing on it." And so he like just leaves, and then he gets paid again and wanted to get something for like a gal, like a gift to go on a date or whatever. And they're after his utilities and his rent and his carbon tax was paid, and his overage on meat was paid, and his doctor expense, and the medical advice he got to eat a salad instead of a cheeseburger pizza on his birthday. He had $5 and he had to spend it within 3 days, or all of his profits would be gone until next month's deductions.
I was reading something else. It might have been Mouth Vomit coming out, but I think it was Trump that said that one thing they want to try to implement sometime this year was capping out interest on like credit cards and stuff like that, and knocking it down to like for like a handful of years, it only being like 8% or something, which could really be a big advantage for people that are stuck in at a higher than that. But like, is that something that they could even actually do without having to print a whole fuck ton of money?
Yeah, Trump's going to hit it. It's going to be He wants to cap them all at 10% for a year.
I thought it was like 8, but yeah. Is that something that they could even do, or is that just like Mouth Vomit?
Why not? The government owns all the banks. They bailed them all out.
Yeah, true.
The problem with that is it's going to make getting loans harder, because loans are based off of a percentage of what you carry over in credit and debt and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So it's going to make
they're going to have to have negative interest rates coming out of the Fed to do that.
They can't.
Yeah, which is it'll just massively devalue the dollar, right?
Old man Buttwrinkle said, "Let's all move to Minnesota and start a Somali daycare."
Now we just gotta wait for the next bullshit hustle to come up.
By the time that shit comes out on the news, the hustle's already over.
Yep.
Like somebody was
I'm
saying,
gonna-
whatever your grandma is investing in, like the ship has already sailed.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Here's what we're gonna do. Ready? I know when somebody told me they were invested in Tootsie Roll, I was like, "Are you shitting me right now?" And they're like, "I made a little bit of money on it." I'm like, "Yeah, but you're fucking 1,000. What are you making on Tootsie Roll today? Nothing." I laughed really hard at that. All right, Lawfully, are you ready for some hope? You can come move in with me, buddy. I got you.
I'm good.
I already told him I'd swing by and pick him up.
Oh, so speaking of doom and gloom, so Trump just landed back in DC, right? And he gets greeted at the door with the big ass stack of papers and his whole security team, and the Pentagon Pizza Index is going off. So somebody might be getting smacked real shortly.
Well,
Told y'all yesterday, give it 48 hours.
yep. Iran,
Bomb,
Cuba.
bomb, bomb,
Dual strike.
bomb, Iran. Bomb, 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 Iran. Because I can. I bombed Iran.
We heard like what was it, like 2 weeks ago, that he already told our homeboys out that way that, you know, yeah, send me your strike packages and I'll approve them.
Fuck around and find out, Iran. What's up, Just Lark Shotgunner?
You know, I was thinking about,
Hard
I
rocker.
was listening to some video that was talking about how that whole Middle East, how Christian it was at one point. Like all these Muslim countries were, the Muslims came in and took over from the Christians. And I wonder what that means biblically. Like I've always wanted to just leave that area alone over there. Like we've got no business being over there, but as Christians, do we? Like, is this the next crusade or something going on? Is that why we're so involved in those Muslim countries over there? Because Syria used to be Christian. Where Iran is, I'm pretty sure that used to be Christian. Don't quote me on any of this, but a bunch of those areas over there that are now like, you know, majority Muslim, and it seems like it'll never change. So those areas all used to be Christians.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I don't know. I don't know the answer, guys. I know what I'm doing, and it's getting away from a desk job, and it's producing my own food inputs, and it's investing not just cash. It's investing in the stock market. I'm invested a little bit in crypto. I'm invested a little bit in precious metals. I'm investing in my own skills. I'm investing in my personal fitness and my body. That's how I diversify. I don't just sit here and eat Cheetos that they're giving me on food stamps and go to the same fucking McDonald's job. You gotta grow as a person. And if that means I have to learn how to make sourdough bread, well, I'm gonna learn how to make sourdough bread. If that means I have to have chickens, well, I'm gonna make some pickled bar eggs. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm gonna have a garden, I'm gonna can it because it can last me when I don't have vegetables. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, it's what you can do. It takes a little bit of input and a little bit of personal sacrifice on your time to do these things. And if you have to spend a whole week in canning, well, you spend a whole week in canning. I do it, you know. If it's as simple as, you know, Lawfully's cut a bunch of weight, and I've cut weight and gained it, and now I'm fighting to get back to normal, you know, strength from surgery. We're walking all the time. I mean, you know, we're watching our diets. We're changing how we eat. We're not just shoving shit in our gullet anymore, you know.
I too ate some popcorn this evening.
Popcorn's so good.
I have kind of a weird question. Muffin, you're getting this rental property and someone that you know is moving into it.
Yeah.
Like, are you giving them access to the whole house when you're renting it to them?
We can talk offline.
Well, the reason I ask is I don't feel
It's a MAG member.
I don't
It's a
feel
family member. So we're helping everybody along the way.
I don't feel uncomfortable sharing a little bit about mine because we were thinking about renting the house out if the market is shit, and I was just curious, like, wonder if I could keep the basement. Like, you get the whole house, the garage, the shed, all of it, except the basement.
Yeah.
Like, I can't limit their access to it because the electrical and the utilities and stuff is down there.
Mm-hmm.
But,
washer, dryer, things like that.
Well, the washer dryer's on the first floor.
Okay.
Because I have
so
much food.
Uh-huh.
What am I gonna do with that?
You get your small cabin or your camper and you buy 2 40-foot containers, park them in an L, and you put some of your homely goods in one and you put your food in the other.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I'm concerned that I can't get 40-footers back there.
Okay, well, you get 3 20-footers, put them all the way around in a U. You put roof truss on top of it. You park your camper
And
under
you,
there. It helps
I
you
was
get
going to
heat
say
and
that's how
cooling.
we built the crane yard. We stacked the containers up, and then we built a roof over the middle, and we did tear downs in the middle of the containers.
It's a good idea.
Yep, and it's a defensible location if shit hits the fan next week.
You can even if you stack the containers up on top of each other, you can get the blowtorch out and cut a hole in it, make some stairs. Then you got upstairs, downstairs storage.
Yep.
No, I think I would do external stairways probably, because if you're talking 20-foot containers,
Yeah, you'll lose a lot. Yeah,
you lose a lot with a stairwell.
Yeah,
Well, you buy one of those storm shelters from like Home Depot or whatever, the biggest one they got, and you just bury that, and that's if a tornado comes by, you hop in that bad boy in the instant root cellar. Then you don't have to worry about climate control like acid.
What? It's an instant what?
A root cellar.
Oh, okay.
The proper way to say it. Hilarious.
I'm afforded an opportunity here working on this house that's down there. I have to replace all the floors basically. And I thought, how cool would it be to dig a root cellar like under the living room or something, or under the dining room, have like a little secret hatch.
You put one of those storm shelter deals, and then you have a mini bunker under there nobody knows about.
I was going to say, Wrangle Star did it with his newest cabin on his property. He showed that he dug down a little bit, and it's just big enough to be able to get around.
Yeah, he put all of his stuff up on 3 or 4 blocks with shooting ports.
Yep.
So his defensible location's underneath his house, all the way around 360.
I was concerned though, because I've heard some people using like the big plastic tanks. I guess they're septic tanks that have like access ports on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard that if those aren't full of water, they'll collapse.
Probably from the plastic expanding and contracting or something, but
yeah, not necessarily. I do know people that store food that way. Is it the best? Probably not, but I think you'd be okay for a year. Should be weight bearing. There you go, Awfully. Root cellars climate controlled, but your county might be a-holes about it. Yeah, septic tanks are concrete.
What they don't know, don't
know. They're big plastic spears. You can set them in like a concrete holder.
Believe me, we don't have county to worry about where I'm at.
Have I canned proteins yet? I've just water bathed. I got a pressure canner, but it's an all-American, and I found out it's worth a lot of money, and I might sell it and buy 2 new ones, and then my outdoor canning setup for the same price.
Really, those old ones are worth money?
Yeah, the all-American ones.
Yeah, my old one scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's it. Same. I don't want to run it because of that, but yeah, apparently they go for like $400 or $500. People love them.
Yeah, like the only place I'm allowed to run mine is at the farm.
Yeah, I would rather get one that has the automatic pressure valve. I don't have to worry about it blowing up.
Have you looked into the electric ones at all?
Yeah, so the only one
Yeah.
approved by the FDA for meat is the Presto, the one that I have. And I mean, it's like $500, but I mean, it fucking works, and I trust it, and it's safe.
Can you
Like
put
I run it in my house, in my apartment.
Can you put like 4 cans in it? Is it real small?
No, there's a couple different sizes actually. I think the biggest one is like maybe an 8 quart,
Well, I
or
was
maybe a little
thinking-
bit larger. So
I was thinking of one of those for if it only held like 2 to 4, because there's sometimes you want to a can, but you don't have enough to like justify the production of getting out the pressure canner and the giant thing. And
Yeah, this thing
you
is
know-
so easy. You plug it into the fucking wall. You put it on, and you put your setting on. Fill it up with water. Put your setting on, and fucking let her rip. And
I don't want an electronic one, so that way I can can with fire if I had to in SHTF.
Yeah, but
well, this is an addition. This is like a nice to have, not a.
Yeah,
Because
like,
I
it's
already
a
have
legit
it.
set it
I
and
want
forget it.
outdoor. I have a lot of propane already to use, so I'm just going to run the propane burners.
Yeah,
So-
because
but
I already have two pressure canners. I was thinking an electric one just for little teeny small batches.
yeah, I love the little one because like if I get like a little bit of extra like rabbit or whatever I got to do,
Digital to
it's-
analog.
It's perfect. It's perfect for me and the scale of that I run things. Because I can just water bath everything else, like
Yeah. I don't know. There's something just amazing about putting up like 60 to 80 jars in like one day. You look at all the food and you're like, ah, nice.
Yeah, I like the idea of incrementalism. Like not going to the store and spending $1,000 on rice and beans, but going to the store in one bag of rice, one bag of beans every time you go to the store. And I was kind of hoping that canning would be the same. Just incrementalism. Like I said, because it's a production to get those pressure canners out. It's
Mhm.
huge. You got to transfer water over to them, and
You got to dedicate
I use my I seen your comment lawfully. That's funny, but like I buy 2 of the small pork loins. I buy 2 extra ones every single week. So by the end of the month, I have just enough to run the little Presto indoor canner, and it'll be perfect. And so in that way, I'm not accumulating too much in the deep freezer, and put them up on the shelf.
I would recommend highly if you have a lot of dried beans. If you guys don't know how long it takes to soak and cook fucking beans normally, can them, because then it's just like opening up a can of beans that you bought from the store and you can use it right away.
It takes a lot of water and a lot of time.
Yep.
That's why I quit buying dry beans. That shit's freaking. Oh
No,
boy.
fuck that. You got the time. You start going through your dry beans and canning them on your Presto. 4 to 6 cans a day.
Well, I mean, I get my number 10 cans of beans for like $2.50. So I'm not gonna waste my time doing that.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, it's stupid cheap. I mean, for the garbanzo beans, is the most expensive ones. I think that I pay like $3.50 for the number 10 can. So
Time versus money. Yeah, there's that. Well, y'all, just try to stay positive. Astatine, let me know if you got that into the Discord. I dropped that link a little bit earlier. You need to drop. Do I need to drop another one?
I'll probably drop it one more time for her.
Yeah.
If you can.
Guys, think about things you can do to remove yourself. If you have an office job, if you have a secretary position, if you work on a computer, you need to start thinking about how to pivot in like 2 to 5 years. Try to get some sort of passive income going. Try to get some sort of investment going. Do a side gig. So open your own company. Do the lawn care, snow removal, whatever. If you're good at painting with your tits, I don't know, like OnlyFans special edition, like whatever you got to do. I seen that there's like a gal who had no arms and she was painting with her boobs and she was selling like bumblebee pictures for like a lot of money. And she was dual incoming it on OnlyFans.
I'm kind of. I'll silently be a hater for that one, but like, fuck, it works, man.
Yeah,
I'd be mad, but shit.
You gotta grind how you gotta grind.
I'm a hater.
Here you go, Lawfully. Lawfully, you know you can talk, right? You have vocal cords.
He probably
You're
just
on the
doesn't want to
panel.
say nothing
He,
inappropriate out loud.
he's probably one too many deep, and he doesn't want to slur.
There he is, Pilgrim. Buy a robot and rent it out as a maid services. Yeah, you can get ahead of the curve and just use AI against itself and make it a lucrative business for now while other people can't afford it.
They addressed a lot of this stuff in an older TV show. It was called Humans. They had some
Yeah, watch that.
like they had like robots that were replacing humans in the workforce and everything, and they explored a lot of this stuff. The government had to mandate that companies hired a certain percentage of human labor, and the humans were all like trying to revolution against the robots. They would beat them up and shit.
Yeah, like I mean, there's even so like back home, you know, when they wanted to open up a new hotel. I'm not gonna say what company it was, but yeah, they wanted to open up. Then they were pushing for it for like 10 plus years. The state finally looked at them and said, you know what? Well, you're kind of that side of the, you know, that area is not doing so well economically. So how about this? If you know, you show us that you're going to hire 60% of your labor force off of that area where they're not doing so well economically, then yeah, then we'll grant you permission to fucking go build your shit.
And did they?
But I know that was semi on topic, but not really. Sorry,
The,
I thought that human show.
I didn't know if
They'll need people for a while.
Yeah, like
I don't know
18
if-
months, 2 years, you know.
I don't know if I said it online or not, but I've definitely said it to like physical people. The Terminators, they're not going to be a 6'9" ripped Arnold Schwarzenegger robot. It's going to be a 5'5", you know, 32, 28, 32 a sex robot, and they don't need guns. They just need lube, and they're going to let us masturbate ourselves into
fuck us
out
all
of
to death?
existence. No, they're just going to let us masturbate ourselves into out of existence.
Well, we
Yes.
say that as a joke with all the guys in here, but I said it
All
this
the
way too.
practice.
There are the guy robots, and their penises can do a lot more than normal people penises can do. Just saying. And I can get tall, dark, and handsome with 36 inches of 27 different vibrations and spinning torques. I don't know about you guys, but mine only has one function: up or down. That's all I
Two
got.
functions.
Works or
As
doesn't?
per the ATF, that's two functions.
Right. It's just hat on,
It either
hat
works
off,
or it
and up
doesn't.
and down. There's just no in between. I don't know if y'all got something crazy attached to yours, but that's been about the same way it's been for mankind's history and since forever.
The thing works or it doesn't, and it's in or it's out.
Okay, you said no to the Neuralink. What about the prosthetic? What about the prosthetic PP?
Nope.
He'll
God
take two
intended
of
me to
them.
be this shameful and this messed up in my entire life. I'm going to use it all. I'm graced with a woman who is content enough with it, and that's all I need.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
You know, the G spot is only 3 to 4 inches in, so anything more than that's just a waste.
Yeah, but you got to hit that point first, you know. Let's be real. It's an imaginary thing anyway. Nobody's ever found it. All right, y'all. Be good. Have a good evening.
Oh, we were just starting.
That went sideways.
Yep.